Welcome to the field of play. You're Adelaide United. Anyway.
Test here at Service FM Stadium between Adelaide United and Adelaide City here at Service FM Stadium. Kickoff scheduled at 7:30. I'm main commentator Seb O'Neill, joined alongside Ben Dale. Ben, test audio.
Testing. 2.
Perfect.
Yes, he does.
That's just normal. It's upset all the time.
Sorry, Tony. It should be the middle. So, don't love him. Come here. Downstairs. Nothing upstairs here?
Benny, I'm on the mic, mate. Yeah. Hey, man. You know what you're going to say? Testes, I got two.
Did that.
You hear that on the mic? On the hot mic? Hello, how are you? You well? We'll go down here, Tony.
almost didn't recognise you then for a minute.
Let's see in the house, mate. You got the heaters on up there?
Yeah, I got my heaters on.
Doing well, mate? Doing good?
Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Please welcome to the field of play, Adelaide City and Adelaide United.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Service FM Stadium for the final match of round 14 in the men's RAA NPL South Australia. Adelaide United versus Adelaide City, 3rd versus 7th. Adelaide United looking to make the top 6. Adelaide City looking to try and bridge the gap of 6 points to Metro Stars in second after only just now completing a 1-0 win against 10th place Sturt Lions. Should be a good one tonight here at the home of football in South Australia. I'm your lead commentator, Seb O'Neill, for you in this one, joined alongside Ben Dale. Ben, lovely to have you and looking forward to this one tonight.
Forward to it.
Let's take you through the lineups then, starting with Adelaide United, number 15, Israel Monga.
We'll have a look at the starting lineups, starting with tonight's home side of Adelaide United, of course, still without those A-League players due to the mandated break. So starting for them, Israel Monga, number 15. Number 45, Alex Battistella. Number 57, Liam Stam. Number 62, Fabian Taladera. Number 67, Luka Blazovic. Number 7, Larish Sesko in goal. Number 77, Sajad Nasiri. Number 78, Malwal Nicola. Number 79, Faizo Kasumovic. Number 93, Kieran Longi. And number 46, Ali Mahatashimi. Again, been a young squad for Adelaide United as we've come to expect, and perhaps not as much experience that we're used to sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Expecting a couple more to come back in the next couple of weeks. Should put a bit more experience in that starting 11 in the squad.
For Adelaide City in goal, number 1, John Hall. Number 6, Bradley Corbo. Number 7, Daniel Brissan. Number 12, Nicholas Franchisi. Number 20, Yuki Kitano. Number 23, Yared Abichu. Number 25, Luis Laurie Latanzio. Number 46, Oliver Weston. Number 47, Asad Kasumovic. Number 80, Patrick Caraccia. And number 87, Dominic Costanzo. On a good streak of form, 2 wins in a row for Adelaide City, Ben.
Yeah, looking to continue that on tonight. Talking to Ange Costanzo last night. Looking forward to the game.
Now, refereeing staff for tonight, assistant referees Ellie Seaton and Zach Britton in the middle. Tom Brinkworth, a milestone for him tonight, his 100th senior match as referee. Someone very experienced, of course, has refereed here in South Australia, has also had experience in the A-League, the Australia Cup, and also the Australian Championship. And he will be the one to whistle us into the final match of round 14. Will be Adelaide United to get us underway for the next 90 minutes of football here in the north of Adelaide. Sajad Nasiri immediately going for the long ball down the right wing. And Oliver Leston will let it roll out for a goal kick, even with a push in the back. Very early on. Adelaide United last week coming off a loss to West Adelaide at Kilburn. They did score early on through Fabian Taladera, but did end up losing that fixture. Before there were 3 matches unbeaten. But again, they are missing still their top 2 goal scorers in, or their equal top goal scorers in Harry Crawford and Joey Gruccio, again to that mandated break in which those A-League players have to take. But we've seen it in the past with these Adelaide United sides. Sometimes they continue to do well, sometimes they struggle. It just depends what we're going to see tonight, Ben.
Well, it was only a couple of seasons ago we saw the likes of Ryan White out here running amok. You were commenting that game, and before you know it, there he is, ripping it up on the big scene.
Absolutely. Of course, Fabian Taladera, one of those who have had some minutes in the A-League this season. Faizo Kasumovic as well was featured on the bench in round 1 against Sydney FC, but didn't play any minutes. Free kick to be taken by Israel Monga. First season with the club, only has the one goal, but only scored it at Cooper's Stadium. So if you are to have one goal for Adelaide United at any level, it is the place to have it at.
Sure is.
Kasumovic. Intercepted with the header and only goes upwards. Contested by Sajjad Nasiri, and now Adelaide United try to launch long, but John Hall able to keep it down, of course, against a former club of his in a way. Of course, this is the youth team, but John Hall, a member of the senior A-League Adelaide United squad, a part of that grand final winning team back in 2016. Also formerly with the Western Sydney Wanderers as well in the national tier. That's a ball through that needs to be cut out. And already, Ben, we've seen these collisions in the first 2.5 minutes. A lot of pushing, a bit of holding already. There's a bit of feeling already.
Well, it would have been a red card if it was in the World Cup. From what we've seen so far.
We've still got 90 minutes to play, Ben.
Yeah, we do. Let's hope we don't see that, to be honest. But good to see the assistant referees getting involved, picking up some of that stuff and making sure that it doesn't play a part in tonight's game.
Cross comes in early. Monga's clearance, nothing too definitive, but United still managed to make their way out of the back. Stamp. Ball goes out. And Tom Brinkworth just having a word with Yuki Kitano and Israel Monga. Again, we saw just before they had that tussle, but clearly continuing words between each other, which Tom Brinkworth is quick to stamp out. We'll continue on with the Nicholas Franchisi header. Got throw in. Costanzo flicks it over and does so again to keep the touchdown. Has a pull on the shirt of Alex Battistella, former Adelaide City player, of course, both at junior and senior level before moving to the Reds, in which this season he's done very well up front. For them, has the 4 goals in 12 matches. Last year had that same 4 goals, so he's looking likely to perhaps further his mark. With the ball at the back, Adelaide United. Monga. It's a nice play from the Reds here. Blazovic on this left wing has Asad Kasumovic to contend with, and now Franchisi opting to go back instead to Fabian Taladira. Now Nicola in the midfield for momentarily. Very much out of position, and now that right back's roll is free, which leaves Dominic Costanzo to roam inside. In a foot race, and loses out in that instance. 5 minutes already gone. Have you seen anything that's caught your eye yet, Ben?
No, it's definitely a fast-paced start to the game. I just feel like Adelaide City will probably be edging a little bit with that little bit of experience that hasn't come into play yet, but I feel like the next couple of minutes will make a big difference in regards to how the game's going to play out. See what comes from this corner.
Corner delivered in. And that one's been waved away. Cleared away by Battistella. Again, the confrontations continuing. Again, this is a derby of sorts, only been played once at senior level competitively, and that was in the Australia Cup here at this exact pitch, of course. Adelaide City's turn to build out from the back. They help for the ball over the top, and Yuki Kitano on the left. Finds the cross in. It's towards the back post, but just bouncing out. Your Saturday night football, the only match on tonight in the men's REA NPLSA. All other matches having been done and concluded with, of course, West Torrens Burkalla having a 2-1 win over Campbelltown late last night. Adelaide Comets a 3-2 win, a big 3-2 win against West Adelaide. There's another push there in midfield. Croydon earlier on today having a 4-1 win over Playford. FK Beograd 5-1 over Parrot Hills, and Metro Stars just before a 1-0 win over Stir Lions. Adelaide United currently sitting in 7th position, but can jump all the way up to 5th place over Croydon and FK Beograd with a win tonight. Adelaide City looking to try and close the gap to Metro Stars, currently sitting in 2nd, but 1 point behind West Torrens Burkalla in 1st, continuing what is a great season so far, Ben, for Burks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that at the start of the season. Got to call the game with Taubes earlier in the season against Beograd, and it was a late result in that one as well. There's been a few late results for Burkalla throughout the season, but doing well so far.
Here's Liam Stam to try and build down the left. He puts a ball in and ended up being a shot. Punched away by John Hall in the end, and it'll be let rolled out for a corner, but ingenuity there from Liam Stam just to go himself. Of course, Liam Stam, the brother of Riley Stam, former Adelaide United player. For that, Parrot Hills now with West Adelaide, Riley.
And the son of Stephen Stam, who was a fantastic player in himself.
We had the pleasure of playing against each other at Cooper's Stadium earlier this season, Riley for West Adelaide and Liam for Adelaide United. Here's a Reds corner. Comes into the centre. John Hall has that arm reach that he's able to just bend his arms back and collect it easily enough. Kochia tried to be flicked on there by Asad Kasumovic, but was unsuccessful. Another throw for Adelaide United. Pitch. Now Nicola, was he nicked? Yes. Interesting to see what role Mawel Nicola, we're used to seeing him as a right back, but he's been very much involved in that midfield and up in the attack so far, Ben.
Yeah, and he doesn't look out of place either.
But Estella just trying to make his way through there. Kieran Longy made his starting debut last week against West Adelaide at Kilburn. Junior of Playford City, only 16 years of age. Of course, a very young Adelaide United team. Oldest of which starting tonight is Fabian Taladir and Luka Blazovic, 20 years of age. Normally, it would be Ethan Cox at 22 as the eldest player of the youth side.
No one's really taking control of the game at the moment. The energy intensity is quite high. Fast-paced game, but wouldn't mind seeing just relax on the ball a little bit more. Just a bit more composure in that midfield.
Croucher with the armband tonight, of course, with the absence of Nicholas Bucco. We haven't mentioned yet, but it is a big loss whenever Bucco isn't playing for Adelaide City. You can always notice it, how crucial. You may not notice it sometimes, but he does a lot of the little work that you may not see in a match at times.
Well, the background microphone gets a bit of a rest.
Tom Brinkworth might too.
Yeah. You need characters like that, don't you?
Loves the chat, does Nicholas Bucco. Again, another late one there. That time from Sajjad Nasiri. Free kick just under 12 minutes in for Adelaide City. Whipped in, headed only downwards in the flick again. Nothing to really relieve Adelaide United of any pressure and danger. No foul, says the referee. Now Adelaide United can counter. It's almost a 4-on-2 there, but the pass completely undoes that. That was well manoeuvred. Another player down, that time Karachia. And now Catano able to run forward himself. Has Fabian Taladera in close proximity. The ball into the centre. Comes back and it's skied into the hill behind the goal. Probably the first half decent chance of the match, Ben.
Yes. I think Tom in his 100th game is definitely going to have his work cut out for him throughout the game. Crowd's starting to get a little bit lively. Didn't see too much wrong with that, though.
Last match between these two earlier this season ended in a 2-2 draw. Alex Battistella scoring a brace, of course, against his club of his junior, which he played also senior minutes for in the NPL. Dom Costanzo scoring his first goal of the season. Yuki Katano as well, the other 2 goal scorers for Adelaide City. It's interesting as well, last time this fixture was actually played here at Service FM Stadium was back in 2023.
Wow.
All other games have either been played at Adelaide City Park, or the Adelaide United home games have been at Mount Barker or the Barossa.
Yeah.
So, been a long time, and that afternoon it was a Aladdin Irabona hat-trick, which undid the youth team. The only goal coming from Luki Ivanovic late on. Musatore actually getting himself sent off in that last match here between these two at Service FM Stadium. Adelaide City win the ball back out of possession, and now again their attack breaks down. Once again, the Reds then building out for the back, doesn't work out. Catano has to chase this one down and keep it in play. And it holds up well on the turf, which we'll get to in a moment as the cross comes in from Kasumovic. Chested down, and the first time hit goes high and over the bar.
Just forcing that final pass a little bit at the moment, aren't they? Maybe that's a little bit of an inexperience when they're trying to transition into that final third. Just forcing that pass a little bit, not finding feet. Just relax a little bit on the ball.
Just back to that surface. I said a moment ago there was the worry. It's been heavy rain here in Adelaide pretty much throughout the whole day. It stopped maybe late afternoon, and there was worries that maybe this game was either going to be moved to the back pitch or called off entirely. There were WNPL matches that were meant to be played on this pitch about midday, which got moved to the back pitch. But it seems as though the pitch has dried up and it's fine enough to play football on at what is nearly 8 p.m. now.
It definitely looks better than I expected it to, that's for sure. After the rain we had today.
Stamp. Yeah, thankfully the rain has at least held off for now as Stamp puts this cross in only into behind the goal. It's a 22nd meeting in the first division between these two sides. The 21 previous, 5 wins and 5 draws for Adelaide United, 11 wins for Adelaide City. It is interesting, what I said, it's a derby of sorts, but it's a derby without these two teams haven't really not playing each other. It's more of a personal derby, I guess, in ways you could call it.
It is, and it's interesting though, because a lot of the young players coming through these days wouldn't know the Adelaide City of old like we would. They were I wouldn't say the people's club as Adelaide United is as such, but they were certainly our team representing our state on the national stage for so long, along with West Adelaide, of course. But
Nasiri forced to go back, and now Larasheshko in for only his second senior matching goal. Larasheshko, of course, no Ethan Cox, no Max Vartuli as well. So the 16-year-old goalkeeper is in from the start once again after heading off to the emerging Socceroos Championships with that under-16 South Australian side.
It's just so refreshing to see, though, isn't it, over the last couple of years with Carl Viet and with Ayrton, and obviously all the work that Richie does with the NTC and bringing those young players through and getting the opportunities they're getting these days. Especially as a goalkeeper. You know, we've had so many good goalkeepers in South Australia. You almost had to move interstate to get an opportunity to play senior football.
And having spoken to, I guess, those youth players of old, in particular the likes of Anthony Trimboli, Jordan Puddler, even, I think, at least from my experience talking to them, they share the sentiment that it is a lot different now compared to when they were trying to break through into the first team, and they were a part of the youth team regularly playing NPL, but didn't get a look in just because of the way that things were at the time, whereas now it'd be harder not to have a South Australian player playing for the senior team in the A-League.
It was almost a little bit sad to see sometimes, to be honest, because, you know, the likes of Jordan Puddler, as you mentioned before, you know, participating in the game against Liverpool, Adelaide Oval.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, within the space of 6-12 months, you know, well, he was actually playing amateur league at one stage there for a period. But these days, he would have had that opportunity. But it's great to see it. It's a massive positive for any young player that's got the, you know, the dream to want to play at the highest level. There's the pathway there. There's the opportunities there. Just got a little bit of hard work in between.
And, you know, it's a perfect time to mention, of course, the Socceroos playing tomorrow. Yeah. Four of those players from memory that are South Australian all made their way through the NPL, or at least played senior NPL minutes in the past 5 years. Highly impressive to see that.
Definitely.
Those guys will be facing off against Turkey tomorrow afternoon. I'm sure that won't be the first time that match is mentioned. With anxiety, of course. Stamp.
Very, very different frame to his brother and his father, that's for sure. But what I love about these young players, again, they get the opportunity to, you know, make a name for themselves as well.
All over the top. Too easy for John Hall. Looking for a third clean sheet of the season, John Hall. That ball falls all the way through. Sheshko.
I don't know whether it's the intensity or not, but I certainly did feel that maybe Adelaide City would control the game a little bit more than what they have so far at the 20th minute mark. It's still been a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. No one's really taken hold of the game with possession.
Tashmi couldn't keep that touch down. And now Nicola Monga, his clearance doesn't make it. And it will be a corner as we tick past the 20th minute. It's a cool night tonight. Currently just over 10 degrees here where we are in the north of Adelaide. And for now, the rain having held off tonight. City's corner. It's whipped in high. Has a back post header. Goes upwards from a Red's head. He's caught in the corner here. Will be a throw. The way of City. They look for the long throw here. Just as he made the run up, Tom Brinkworth blowing his whistle and just once again putting a stop to any hassling or pushing and shoving that is occurring in the box. There is the long throw. headed by Kasumovic. And then now back down. Krachia takes it to the byline. And the cutback doesn't have enough pace to it to reach another shirt in black and white. It's a good touchdown, though, from Ollie Weston. Big few weeks for him. Scored that winner in the Adelaide derby against West Adelaide a few weeks back at Kilburn. His first ever senior goal, as we see the offside flag go up.
Just going back to the Socceroos for a minute as well, Seb, you know, thinking back, obviously it took Australia a while to get back in the World Cup competition, but
before I was born.
Yeah,
ever since I was born, we've made it. So just
no, it's all because of you, Seb.
Lucky charm.
But you know, looking back to the Socceroos back then and talking about Adelaide City and Adelaide United and so on, you know, you think about the Vidmar boys.
Yeah.
You know, Ivanovic, Tobin.
Yeah.
All those guys are coming through playing locally. South Australian boys again playing for Adelaide City on the national stage, but also making up a big chunk of the Socceroos back those days as well.
Ball comes in from Bassan. Cleared away. Yeah, not only that, we could have had more South Australians. There's the likes of Cassini Yangi, Riley McGree missed out mainly due to his injury, which he suffered with Middlesbrough. A few others probably flirting. Joe Gauchi was in the squad, didn't make it. Certainly is a good time for South Australian football. Turn by Longy. Back to Israel Monga. And Stam to his left, opts for the switch ball. Ollie Weston wins it with the header. Now Nicola has to try and keep it in. Instead, he'll just let it roll out for his throw. Quarter of the way through. Only really the one big chance going the way of Adelaide City, Ben, other than that, not been too much attacking action. Or meaningful attacking action, I should say.
No, I mean, no keeper really tested at this point.
And again, we're seeing a lot of these little battles where it's maybe a loose ball that is just requiring a bit of pulling and shoving. Here come Adelaide City. They find the strike, looking for that bottom corner. Just whistling wide that post as Tom Brinkworth comes back for a yellow card for that challenge earlier.
That was well refereed there. Those 100 games, well, those 99 prior to this one come in handy with that experience to make that decision.
It's 99.25 at the moment.
You know, sometimes you might get an inexperienced referee that pulls that up there and, you know, quick to blow the whistle. And we've seen that even at the, you know, in the World Cup already. Let the game play as much as you can, I guess, unless it's, you know, player safety issue.
Looks to be fine enough to continue, and play will restart, I think, with a free kick or a goal kick. Taladera receives it short from the kick. That's well done. Trying to run through is Luka Blazovic, and he plays the ball through nicely. Stam on this left wing, has Blazovic behind him if he does choose to use him. Decides not to. Nasiri has the wide option. Again, doesn't go for it. Stam. This time now on the left. Taladera. Blazovic slips, and that is that wet turf coming into play there. And that's a missed interception from Monga. Catano cuts back against Kasumovic, puts it in. Has to get through a field of 3 red players and unable to do so. And again, that's another attack for Adelaide City that doesn't come to anything.
A little bit indecisive there. Like, expect him to finish opportunities like that. Better from Adelaide United, though. A little bit more patient in possession there, not forcing that final pass.
Most recent win for Adelaide United came in round 11, and it was a big one against West Torrens Burkalla, 3-0. George Blackwood scoring an own goal. Forgot which side he was playing for that afternoon, I think. Garuccio and Crawford, again, they're still current 2 leading goal scorers with 5 apiece. Last match they played was that one. Monga goes first time with that pass, but again, maybe just the rush decision in that occasion. Under pressure here at the back. Goes back, does Yared Abichu, another former Adelaide United player. Catano tried to poke it through, but couldn't get the touch first. Croce at the halfway line. Looking to go down the wing. Crosses in low, but took a nice deflection in the case of Adelaide United, and Kasumovic able to just slow down time and make an effort. It's a nice ball into midfield. Sprayed out wide to Liam Stam. Through for Taladera, and then the cut back into the centre. Nearly pinpoint there from Adelaide United. Each of those passes almost telegraphed, but City couldn't deal with them still. Fabian Taladera went to the Under-20 Asian Cup and World Cup as a part of that Young Socceroos squad. 9 matches in the A-League Men's. Has been deployed in either as a left back or a midfielder, Ben, but seems to be a left back here this afternoon.
There's been a lot of rotations throughout some of the positions, actually. You see your boy out wide now receiving the ball. Handball.
Not in the eyes of our referee. Nikola. Kasumovic again. Sheshko. Junior of Campbelltown City. Here's Lara Sheshko. Again, there is a pull on the shirt there. Nothing given. It's just interesting to see where all this angst is coming from in this game, Ben.
Well, I do feel sometimes the young teams feel like possibly have to overcompensate for the lack of physicality. I'm not sure. Yes, you know, at all levels of football with the younger teams, perhaps sometimes knowing that the physicality may be where they lose the game and then potentially trying to either overcompensate that or remove it in a different way. I believe, you know, just get that ball moving a little bit quicker and get the physicality out of the game in that way, rather than trying to match it.
Yeah. Just over half an hour played. John Hall. Ball going down the wing. Nikola trying to just hold. Now Kasumovic having to deal with the sliding challenge. Nasiri back out to Nikola. And now Nasiri will receive it back again. And that's the miscommunication there, I think. Just letting it roll for someone else, but that someone else wasn't there. Stam asking for it on this left wing. Is in a bit of space, but that just hasn't been closed down now. Stam just seeing what he can get away with. And Vaspas letting them have even less of what they deserve maybe from the throw. Wonga. Player who joined from Goulburn Valley Suns in the VPL2 over from Victoria, Israel Monga, signed alongside Jake Nadovsky, of course, out for the season with injury. He played a few minutes early on up front for the Reds. Taladira on this left wing has a bit of space to work with, decides to go first time. The touch is taken infield by Liam Stamp. There's a player down in the box for Adelaide United. Blazovic forced back. Monga. He'll receive it back. Now Blazovic. It is juniors not too far away from Adelaide Croatia Raiders. A walk away from this ground, Ben.
Yes. I was just about to say they are getting a bit more space in between the lines here at the moment, Adelaide United. We're finding those little pockets of space quite well, actually. It's good to see. It's good to use that space a little bit more wisely now in those final decisions into that as they transition through.
Nasiri. Member of the Joeys, the under-17 national team for Australia. Also on the benches, Declan Cooper in Dambuki, another member of that squad, was involved in Asian Cup qualifying for them. He'll have to make his way onto the field through the bench, looking for his third appearance. Some quick first-time balls here as Manuel Nicola uses his pace down the wing. Looks for the cutback. The first time hit, saved by John Hall, but the follow-up just managed to be dealt with once again by John Hall. And that's probably the first big one for Adelaide United.
Sure was. He's got a bit of a panache sort of vibe about him when he ran down the line then, didn't he? Good to see. A bit of confidence from the young man.
Again, a junior of another club not too far from here, Para Hills. Maybe not so much, a bit of a longer walk is Para Hills from here.
Hills from here. No.
Still could be a walk nonetheless. For a fit person, it may be over a jog. Pretty much just down the road from here, Para Hills. They played earlier today, losing their match against FK Beograd as they continue at the bottom of the table, 11 points away from Adelaide Comets in 11th. This cross comes in for Adelaide City. They're headed towards goal, and Larasheshko happy to let that bounce out.
And again, another club with a great production line of young players. It's just difficult sometimes to keep those players at a senior level. I mean, you want them to get opportunities like this for Adelaide United, but you know, at some point, it's very hard if you're trying to compete in the NPL, keeping those players and having a competitive team at that level.
Yeah, just off the top of my head, Para Hills Knights players that have played for Adelaide United: Jordan Elsey, Craig Goodwin, the Stams, Ryan White.
Yeah.
And those are in the...
Michael Moroney.
Exactly.
McGowan boys.
Yeah.
Well, one of them played for Adelaide United. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited then.
Here come the Reds again. 10 minutes until half-time. Only really been one big chance for either of tonight's competitors. Taladira again, just controlling that midfield tonight. Stamp, looking to create chaos down the wing. Almost fools himself with the footwork there. They win a corner. Don't know what Adelaide City are arguing too much about. Seemed pretty clear from up here. Corner into the front post. It's headed away. Only the edge of the box will be hit by Nasiri. That's a good block, a crucial block, in fact. Blazovic, a high ball into the box. John Hall, tall enough and has the jumping reach to catch. Switch ball. Unsuccessful though. Off the back of the head of Asad Kasumovic there. Taladira from Blazovic and then back to Fabian Taladira. Starts to go across his back line. Kasumovic. That's cut out. And we're going to attack in numbers there, Adelaide City, if that pass had made it through. But at times, Ben, it just seems like that final ball isn't cutting through the Adelaide United backline.
Yeah, the final pass, and then also in those, again, the transition moments when they lose the ball, they seem to be quite light on through that midfield area, which could be a bit of a risk for them if they don't be careful with that.
They've got, at least on a surface level, when you look at who they've got on the pitch, they've got Daniel Brissan, Yuki Kitano, Luis Lori Latanzio, Asad Kasumovic, and Dom Costanzo. You've got 5 forwards, at least traditional, at least in our heads. If you associate those position with those players, they're forwards. So I can understand where that's coming from when you see that lack of midfield and being able to create things at times. It's the final third, which I'm sure they don't lack in, but it's the build-up where they're just not getting the best out of themselves at the moment.
Well, it's good because it's certainly an attacking lineup, an attacking style of football, but you've got to convert the goals or you're putting yourself at risk.
Stamp. His cross goes wide. And Tom Brinkworth just
wants to remind Vass that it's his 100th game. No, it wasn't what he was talking about.
Yeah,
no,
if anyone deserves a card tonight, it should be Tom Brinkworth, and saying congratulations.
We'll see if either the coach gives him a card after the game.
Not long till half-time. The final match of round 14. The only match being played tonight. Kitano forced into that challenge. It's a first-time ball over the top. Kasumovic plays it through, nearly falls through. Nasiri trying to sweep up. Here they come again. Will be a corner.
I liked how calm they were in defence then. You know, when you think about it, there was a bit of an overload there, so under a bit of pressure. Try to just relax, put the foot on the ball, just play.
Adelaide City, their last win in this fixture. End of last season, 4-0 at Adelaide City Park. Bucco, Dorba, Smith, and Laurie Latanzio, the 4 individual goal scorers that day.
And looking at that bench there for Adelaide City, we're talking about attacking number 4. You got the likes of Dorba, Smizzy there, so there's plenty of goals. Oh, John Hall looks in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he really reached for that as it came down. And it's not like John Hall to stay down either.
No, and the players were pretty quick to get the trainer's attention, so obviously got a bit of concern.
Is at least sitting back up is John. He had 6 clean sheets last year, returning to Adelaide City after being with Dandenong City the year previous. And again, he's very experienced goalkeeper.
And a fantastic young man too.
Just a pause in play while John Hall gets treatment. Looks to be okay. There is only just under 4 minutes until half time to give him that extended break, but he does have a corner to deal with here. Comes in at the front post. Headed high. Stays in play. Headed back out for a throw. Adelaide City so far this season averaging just over 2 goals a match. Adelaide United just under. So statistically, we should get something out of tonight, Ben. And there have been chances, not many, but there have been them. Taladira. Ball's taken away. Solid. Strong collisions there, but fair Nasiri and Kitano. Kitano just now getting back to his feet, and Adelaide City will to go down the left with Laurie Latanzio. They've got a player down behind play. Headed away. United still with a player down in their forward line. Stan happy to continue on in attack. And no, they'll play on here. Looking for Battistella. Just getting back to his feet now is Israel Monga. Battistella chasing it down to keep it in play. Back now with Nicola. Takes the touch in. Couldn't get past with the second. We'll fall back out to Nasiri. Final minute and a half for either side to get one before half time. Taladira. This is the period in which Adelaide United have conceded their most goals this season in the last 15 minutes of the first half. 7 out of their 20 goals have been in this period. The next worst period is the last 50 minutes of the second half, so they're not big fans of the late game in either. Hatashimi takes another touch. Long. Now Battistella taking it to the byline. Unable to get the cut back the first time, the second time on his left. Costanzo misses the touch with the football, and he gets pulled down, and a free kick for Adelaide United.
Do you feel that's an experience thing, Seba? Like in regards to young players, obviously coming through playing senior football, they're technically very, very good. But then transpiring that into senior football, being able to maintain focus, concentration for the full 45, 90 minutes.
Well, you brought up an interesting point last night when I was at Adelaide Comments in West Adelaide. Someone like Aladni Rabona has been that sort of dynamic as long as we've seen him play football. But now he is that bit older, has the captain's armband, and it's the dynamism he brings, but also the confidence now, I think, with having that armband and being a senior player, that has made him so much better because he doesn't feel the pressure, I think in his case. Now, it's the young Reds putting a ball in. John Hall, a strong capture with his hands. And City forward here, Kasumovic, another against his former side. It was the last club he was with before heading into state. That's a big sliding challenge, but it was missed.
Probably luckily he missed, to be honest.
Nicola trying to force any sort of way forward in these final moments of the half. Another sliding challenge. It'll be a yellow card for Muhatashmi. And it's not the first of sliding challenges tonight, Ben.
No, and we did wonder when we were going to see that yellow card come out because, I mean, look, nothing too malicious, but there's certainly a little bit of bite to some of the little bit of extras left in at times.
And like we said, the game's sort of just been bubbling, I think, this whole half with little incidents around the pitch. So maybe just a bit of control, I think that was.
Yeah. And again, he's done well to let those first couple of things go there, but did the right thing in that instance.
Dominic Costanzo to take the free kick. It's a nice delivery. Headed back into the box. And the header only reaching as far to an offside player. Assistant referee Ellie Seaton putting the flag up on this close side. Another experienced referee in her own right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I wonder how many games she's clocked up these days. Be good to know. Remember her when she was still playing. Wasn't that long ago.
Half-time called here at Service FM Stadium, 0-0 between Adelaide United and Adelaide City. There have been a few chances, but the main story, I guess, Ben, is there's nothing been that's too clear-cut.
I'd love to know, love to be a fly on the wall and see what they talk about at half-time in regards to how they're going to break each other down and sort of break the deadlock, get on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. We're going to head off to a short break, but do not go anywhere. Second half of this match here, not too far away. Half-time score is Adelaide United 0, Adelaide City 0.
G'day, Hamish here, reminding you everyone has a right to get home safe. There's no text, lost snap, backseat argument or hair emergency. It's worth taking your eyes off the road for a moment. This is going to sound crazy, but not even a French fry. Keep your eyes on the road.
Yo guys, you seen this? It's coming.
What do you want about?
Bro, it's actually coming.
No way.
FSA World Champs.
You guys have been asking, we listened. The FSA World Champs is coming. This school holidays, we're bringing the world stage to Adelaide. Here's the breakdown. From 11s to 17s, and everyone in between. 10 players, 1 squad. Lock them in before someone else does. Sign up, get your country, and represent your nation. Nominations are open now, but don't sleep on it, spots are limited.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
I just want to make an impact.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You can walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's going to be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Stayed on side, looking to put it across, deflected, and it's still alive. Turns Vidmar, and Dorigo now tries to shoot. Still going. Welsh puts the ball in, and there's the goal. Who else but George Blackwood? We can't get this goal scorer wrong. He's done it 10 times.
I think the thing that most people don't realise about being a referee is how much we train. We often train twice a week as a group. Then we have coaching sessions where we go through videos and look back at past few weeks. And then any of the outside of training stuff that we do, like our gym work and watching matches back and all that. All the extra time outside of match days are the big things for us. What makes it more than just blowing a whistle is understanding football and all the different layers of football, and then adding on top of that we then have to be impartial and understand the emotion of football, and then find that balance between understanding the emotion and then understanding the laws. I've had a few grand finals that I've been lucky to be a part of, and in those kind of games with the crowds and the energy, I can just tell that the football match that's going on is so entertaining, and that I'm lucky to have one of the best seats in the house for it.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other, It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level. And with a better level, there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player, technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
Please welcome back to Field of Play, Adelaide City. Welcome back, Adelaide United.
He's done well tonight.
Welcome back for the second half here at Service FM Stadium. 0-0 between Adelaide United and Adelaide City as we head into the second 45 of the evening. 0-0, not too many chances though, Ben Dale. What are you looking for in this second half though?
Goals. Sorry to break it down. Just keeping it simple for now. I'd love to know what the coaches spoke about half-time, just to be a little bit more patient with that final ball, a bit more clinical.
At the back with Larasheshko. Didn't have too much to do. John Hall probably the busier of the two goalkeepers in that first half. But then again, as we said, there's been nothing that's been too clear for either side. It's a throw.
We know that Adelaide City in particular have got some experience on the bench that they can go to at some point. A little bit untested, I guess, in the United ranks on the bench. What's your thoughts in regards to what could we see happening in that space?
Well, certainly we spoke about the abundance of forwards currently on the pitch for Adelaide City, and they do have some great forwards on the bench, the likes of Matt Dorber and Francesco Scamitzi, to name those two. And you said a very young and inexperienced bench for Adelaide United. Looking at them now, not too many starts even this season between most of them. Will be interesting to see as the half progresses what Paul Vanis is looking for in his side. And himself in his first season, I guess you can call it senior management, even though it's a youth team.
Yeah. It is a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Because I think for me, the results are important. They need to obviously be staying in the NPL. It's where they need to be. When you're coaching the reserves, development, opportunities, all that sort of stuff, the landscape changes slightly when you're coaching at the senior level.
Comes the Flora Latanzio last.
Interesting balance to get right as a coach. You know, you've got young players, you want to provide opportunity development, but at the same time, they have to get that balance of getting the results as well, maintaining their status in the NPL.
And especially, it's not like these players don't want to win either.
No,
of course they want to win. They want to win a trophy, even though they are the youth team. And I guess most aspects, if you ask people around the club, they'll say the team's about development rather than winning trophies. But they're young kids still at their core. They'll want to win trophies. They want to win games the best they can, even at youth/senior level.
A winning mentality is part of development as well. That's the thing, and sometimes we overlook that. But, you know, again, a great opportunity playing at this level against experienced players, against good teams every week. It's a great opportunity for them to then look if they get further opportunities, which we've seen obviously happen. They're ready to go.
Throw in on the far side, of course. Adelaide City now going from right to left and United going from left to right. Both in their traditional home kits of the red versus black and white, or the white and black, whichever order they prefer.
I saw some social media footage of their 80th birthday gala. It was very impressive. Some great history there with the club, Adelaide City.
I'm sure a few players coming off second best the morning after, I'm sure.
No doubt.
Free kick for Adelaide City in a decent attacking position. Costanzo over it. It's whipped in well. Had the pace to it, just not the accuracy.
Hopefully that registers on the stats that we see there later as a shot off.
Yes, don't think the stats are entirely correct for this match. Playing out from the back. Kasumovic. They've lost it here. Brisant finds the ball high at the back post. Maybe just not the idea that perhaps one of those, you know, I say easy, but one of those easy ones hard along the ground just to create a bit of chaos in the box.
Yeah, hard to deal with as a defender.
Exactly.
Don't want those balls coming in. Try to stop the delivery at the source.
Throw goes short, right to the ground. Stamp touches off him, and then it will be again for another throw. Again, it's the Reds with the ball. They have an attack brewing. That's an important interception from Ollie Weston. Fouled there. Another example of youth coming through a club is Oliver Weston. Started at Adelaide City at the age of 5. He's 21 years old now, the left back, and the winner of the John Aloisi Rising Star Award last season at the Football SA Coffers. There's a challenge there, which has been given, and it will be a yellow card.
Oh, and a red.
And a red. A second yellow for Fazo Kasumovic. And Adelaide United now down to 10 men. I'm not sure if it was a free kick or a penalty. It might be a free kick. But Adelaide United now down to 10. And it's one of their central defenders. An important piece of any puzzle of a starting 11. Now loss for the 40 minutes.
And we're not going to be waiting for a 6-minute VAR decision on this one. I think that's the decision's been made on this occasion.
Fazo Kasumovic's having to make the long walk down the tunnel now. And it is interesting now what Adelaide United choose to do, whether they do make a defensive substitution. There will have to be some sort of change in shape. We'll make a change. It'll be Declan Cooper and Dambuki to come on, only for his 3rd senior appearance. Made his debut at Playford a few weeks back. Again, another member of that under-17s Australian side that was a part of the Asian Cup qualifiers. And he'll come on at the back. Now I have to sacrifice someone. And thought it might have been Stella there, but I think it'll be Mahatashmi to come off in what was his starting debut. The former FK Belgrade youth player, now Cooper and Dambuki, will come on at the back. Obviously, you won't be able to immediately spot that change in shape, but there will be one, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. See what will come of this free kick.
No Nick Bucco, of course.
And I fancy a Dom Costanzo special, but we'll see. He's looks like he's second in line at the moment.
Adelaide United substitution coming off number 46, Ali Mohtashami, has been replaced by number 85, Declan Cooper.
Costanzo and Kasumovic both standing over it. Be a 4-man wall for the Reds. It's one of the close free kicks you can get. Sometimes does make it awkward to get that dip right, depending on the technique here. It will be Kasumovic to take it. Asar Kasumovic from the dead ball, and he opted for power rather than placement.
Disappointing. Disappointing. At least make the keeper pull off a save in that situation. Easy to stay from here, of course, but at that level, got to be testing the keeper at least. Be disappointed with that.
Now it's advantage Adelaide City with the extra player on the pitch. And again, out of all your players to lose, your centre-back's the most awkward one, I think, to get a red card for.
Yeah.
Ball over the top, cleared away, and that connected well with the boot. Weston. Now, Yared Abichu. 9 matches senior for Adelaide United, including on his debut back in October of 2019, played against Melbourne City, got an ankle injury in his first senior A-League match, which left him out for a bit. From then has gone on to play for Green Gully, Newcastle Olympic, FK Beograd as well. Laura Latanzio, former player of biggest rivals in Melbourne Victory. Laurie Latanzio, time also in Canada with York United and Campbelltown, before now being with Adelaide City.
I love the information, Seb. I was going to ask you before, your thoughts so far from what you've seen throughout the season with the Adelaide United youth team. Any names within this group that you can see may well have it within their locker to sort of take that next step?
Well, I think if we're talking in the context of tonight, I'll just pause that for the moment as Adelaide City do try and build something, but it's been taken away. Adelaide United on a bit of a counter here. Down the left. Stamp putting in a nice cross, but John Hall up to the task. Adelaide City themselves now looking to counter. Costanzo takes himself in field with the ball. That takes a deflection, but it falls nicely. Poked through and intercepted well by Sajjad Nasiri. Back with Sheshko. I will get to that point in a moment, Ben.
No, not a problem at all. I'm just trying to. I'm actually looking at that formation and the Adelaide City formation. It's quite interesting. The gaps again between those lines are becoming bigger at times.
That's a good touch and a good pass. Worked out wide. Would be sort of against it if they are to score here, but they're in the box. Battistella trying to find the right angle is Battistella. He's forced wide after an Adelaide City touch.
He's done well.
He's still continuing this on his own here. Falls to the edge of the area. Battistella again. Tried to pull the trigger from distance. Again, yeah, looking at these players currently at least playing tonight. Sajjad Nasiri, one of those, again, a youth national with Australia. Another being, of course, there are more familiar names with the likes of Fabian Talladero. We've seen play A-League minutes. Alex Battistella, another on the bench as well. Interesting one. Riyad Rahidi, possibly to come on. He was the youth player, or the player of the year in the reserves competition last year. Was the top goal scorer last year at the Emerging Socceroos Championships. Went there again this year. Only had his first start a few weeks back. Certainly, even in this difficult position, one they can look to bring on for, again, that dynamism, if they do wish to have that and not hold this at a 0-0. Hopefully not for us, Ben.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know if I could deal with another 0-0 this season.
I just recall having the privilege of commentating an Adelaide United youth game with you prior, I think maybe 2 years ago now, at this same venue, and a young Luke Dizelle was dominating it, and you were loving saying his name, the way you said it. And Etna Andreoli obviously saw something similar in him that you did, because last season I thought he was outstanding.
First time I've been compared to Etna Andreoli in any aspect, I think, no. Certainly a much more intelligent man than I am. That's why I'm up here.
Hey, we all have our own strengths.
Nearly ticking towards 60. Still no goals, but a red card to Fezo Kasumovic about 10 or so minutes ago. But since then, Adelaide United have pretty much consistently been on an attack, and they're on another here. Battistella, first time with his touch out wide as it's cleared. But
it's almost given them a leap in their step. Yeah, it's bizarre, to be honest. They've sort of stepped up the ante a little bit, I guess, in the fact that they've only got the 10 players. But wouldn't notice it if you weren't aware.
But from I guess a coaching perspective for you, Ben,
yes,
is it also a mix of, I guess for Adelaide City, they are now committing more numbers forward, knowing that they have that advantage, giving Adelaide United perhaps that space to exploit when they do have more players committed?
Yeah, true, but at the same time, they've almost been playing with the back five.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're blocking that up. They're certainly nullifying any opportunities for any overloads in those wide areas as well. And through that middle channel, they're just, yeah, it's interesting. It'll be quite, interesting to see how the next 5 or so minutes plays out. Because I'd expect Adelaide City would be going to the bench at some point. We saw some players heading for a bit of a warm-up. Bringing on some fresh legs might just challenge the defence of Adelaide United in these next 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, like we said, being a man down hasn't hindered them too much, at least at the time being.
Yeah.
They get forward in there.
Gee.
That's actually a late challenge too.
Yeah, and the way he came in didn't look great from here.
Just a talking to from Tom Brinkworth, again in match number 100.
I mean, you want players going in for the ball, but you've got to be a little bit careful leaving that leg in sometimes.
Yeah.
Just the timing, that split second.
Jared Abachu. Adelaide City once again starting their play from the back. That is a late one there and will be pulled up against Sajjad Nasiri. Costanzo. Weston. Latanzio. And Dambuki with work to do, and he does it well. That's an aimless touch there. And now Adelaide City, perhaps with the first bit of meaningful possession since that red card. Commentators curse just as they lose it.
With the way they're playing, the lineup and the formation, they'd be disappointed not to capitalise on the numerical advantage, that's for sure.
Well, I guess the interesting, and I want to hear your perspective on this, Ben, is when you are a player down, at least from your standpoint, what is the best route to take?
Yeah, I'm a very defensive-minded, negative-minded coach. I guess I was a defender, so it's very hard for me. I'd be certainly blocking it up and just going with the one up top, and I guess just trying to maintain some effective possession, not force it, but definitely not wanting to concede. You know, that's the other thing. You know, I guess a team with exciting like this and young, they're going to want to go and win the game and be brave in these spaces like this.
Longy hits it on his left. Again, too central to John Hall. Touchdown now for Asad Kasumovic. That touch wasn't too strong, but bailed out with the loose touch from Dom Costanzo. Adelaide United able to jump into finals places tonight if they can get a result from this. Adelaide City now needing to close the gap from that top two of West Torrens, Burkalla in first and Metro Stars in second. Just to head around the grounds once again as we are in this final match of round 14 in the men's RAA NPL South Australia. Last night, West Torrens Burkalla getting a very, very late win against Campbelltown City at Campbelltown. Adelaide Comets with some big points against West Adelaide at home. That comes off the back of the head. It's headed back into the area. Jared Abachu with a delicate header down. A risky touch perhaps to take there in the defence, but City only for now. And relieving pressure by playing the long ball forward. Catano, header upwards. And that's a foul given the way of the Reds. Yeah, just those games. Start of today, Croydon defeating Playford 4-1. FK Beograd 5-1 against Para Hills. Metro Stars 1-0 against, and then currently sitting 0-0 here between Adelaide United and Adelaide City. Adelaide Comets in some very good form at the moment under their new coach. Only 3 points off Sturt Lions in 10th and only 4 points off West Adelaide in 9th, 5 points off Campbelltown in 8th. So that bottom becomes a lot more precarious.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And not the birthday present that Ben Moore would have liked with his Playford team there, getting a 4-1 loss against Croydon with such a blistering start to the season. We were at the game against Para Hills 4 or 5 weeks ago, and of course, as we mentioned off air before, the Para Hills goalkeeper was sent off early in the game, but it was a very, very dominant performance by Playford on that day.
Well, that was the last time they actually won a match. Since then, it's just been draws and losses for Playford. Really, since then, something I don't know what's happened, but clearly something has changed there, and is yet to be sorted out. Again, against a Croydon side who is sitting in 6th place, but has been very inconsistent this season.
Well, that's the surprising thing I've seen within the competition. There has been some inconsistent results, bar obviously Bacala and Metro Stars, who are always around the mark. But I did feel, for me, Playford perhaps in unfamiliar territory as well. They've had an interesting journey with Ben Moore and Playford coming from almost State League 2 some years back, and being promoted to the NPL and being in that mix now all of a sudden, it comes with a different pressure.
Crotcher, former Croydon and Campbelltown player himself, which he won the 2017 grand final with Croydon. Here's a ball over the top. The header is down. Lara Sheshko, quick to his mark to collect. Sheshko, yeah, again, to mention it again in the second half. We haven't had any rain for quite a few hours here in Adelaide. Pitch, you would imagine, still very wet though, and we have seen more than a few slips already tonight here.
Yeah. I have to say I'm really impressed by the young players, the way they've responded to going down to 10 players. I mean, it takes a lot of extra work in those transition moments, but you can see they've got the numbers back, but they also manage to get the numbers forward when they go, so it's, and that's a challenging thing to maintain. They've still got, 24 minutes to keep it up.
Cross comes in at the back post, the header's down, and Sheshko, again, probably the most work he's had to do all game in the past few minutes, but he's been up to the task.
He's got a Joshua Smith sort of vibe about him, hasn't he? He's done well there.
Adelaide United,
and commentators cursed again, just jinxed him with the kick.
Adelaide United look to be readying a substitute in Daniel Wojcik, the Tasmanian for Adelaide United to come on. Would only be his 4th match in South Australia for that 17-year-old.
Excellent. Another good opportunity to get some on-the-job learning.
Started his first match a few weeks back against Playford in that 0-0. Ball over the top. Costanzo, cleared away by Monga.
It's one of those situations now where the longer they keep them out, the more frustrated Adelaide City seem to be getting. But you do fear that if they are able to break the deadlock, then it could sort of open up that, opportunity to more goals. But at the moment, been quite disciplined in their defensive shape, which is good.
Will be Kieran Long to come off.
Substitution coming off. Number 93, Kieran Long, has been replaced by number 63, Daniel Wojcik.
MC's doing my job for me. Throw in for Adelaide City. Really battling on that touchline there. Tries to put the ball in. City fans claiming of a handball, but Tom Brinkworth caught on the wrong side anyway, would have been able to spot it.
And it looks like Adelaide City may have made a change at the same time. We might have just missed that one.
Yeah, I think it might be Francesco Scamitzi who's come on and just trying to spot who's come off in his place. But we'll continue this attack for Adelaide City in the meantime. Costanzo. Nice cut inside. Tries again. Costanzo still going on a run of his own. Just faltering there. Foul there. And holding his face there as well. City fans not too happy.
It did look like a bit of a trailing leg. I'm not sure there was any malice in it, but there was certainly some contact made.
Might be Luis Laurie Latanzio who's come off for Adelaide City.
It's not 10 yards by the looks of it, but anyway.
Forced back quickly. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it is Luis Laurie Latanzio that's come off. Brissan thought about taking the touch inside. Brissan again. Again, doing some individual work to try and drive this ball forward. Interception by Wojcik. City just putting on the pressure, piling it on. The cross falls to the edge of the box. Karacha. Back out wide with Weston. Costanzo taking himself to the byline, looks for the first time, cut back, headed away. Stays in play too. 20 minutes left.
And again, maybe an opportunity now for Adelaide City to push a few more players forward, because they're still having 3 or 4 players sitting deep back. When you think you've got the numerical advantage, why not push a few more players forward, trying to get that elusive goal?
Brissan. Corbo. Costanzo has had a lot of work tonight without much reward as Dom Costanzo.
They've had him covered for speed tonight, haven't they? And that's certainly one of his strengths.
That cross coming in from Oliver Weston. Costanzo again, working hard, forcing a ball in. Sheshko again. Again, it's sort of been the theme of tonight. There's been work to do, but not hard work to do for anybody, really. It's a well-timed run by Battistella. He's onside. Plays the ball
Nice
first
ball.
time. Man at the back post. It's flicked away just in time.
Just got to be very careful on those breaks.
Another throw in.
I'm having a beer.
Right at the corner flag. Let's go short. Just in the box here, takes it past one, tries to do the second. Doesn't work out, and now City, they counter themselves. Costanzo launching his ball long down the centre. Sheshko had to be quick on his feet there. Lucky for him, he had Israel Monga in support to take the block off his back. Brissan, it'll fall back to him and he'll take it in his stride.
I mean, Vas Pajas is quite clearly a far better coach than I am, but I
Here they
feel
come
like,
here. Sorry, Ben, as
No, it's
they're
all
in the
right.
box.
I feel like I'd want my players to go more in numbers and faster. Like there was one person literally up there and the rest were sort of sitting back, and just create some chaos up there.
Costanzo looking to do that chaos. Puts the ball in. The head is away. Still an Adelaide City feet. Karacha again taken wide with his own touch. Has Catano in behind him. their current top goal scorer with 7. If he adds one to that tally, it would momentarily have them 3 points. City with a substitution. Will be Giorgio Parhas to come on. And in his place on the bench, it will be Daniel Bressan. Yes, be Daniel Bressan off. He'll take the long way around on the far side.
Adelaide City substitution coming off number 7, Daniel Bressan, has been replaced by number 22, Georgia Parhas.
Free kick for Adelaide City. Not long left in this fixture.
Crowd's going crazy at the moment.
Here comes the free kick in. It's back post, headed away by a red shirt. Still in the mix-up. It's high. Really trying to battle to see who can get there first. John Hall. High up the pitch.
For an assist.
Catano turns against Cooper and Dambuki, puts the ball in. And now the Reds with a 2-on-2 once he plays this ball, Wojcik. Blazovic, I should say there. They continue on. They still go. Twisting and turning, trying to make their way to shirt in any way possible. Kept down. Seems that another substitution will be coming soon for Adelaide City, as is for Adelaide United.
Just hoping the fresh legs can find a way to break down the 10 men of Adelaide United, but at the moment they're standing strong.
It's the right idea, just not executed well enough. And now City, Costanzo, he was pulled back by Cooper and Dambuki. And maybe a necessary yellow card in that situation, Ben?
Yeah, look, I think, and he's done quite well since he's come on, to be honest. He's done the job that he's had to do since the red card. Maybe a little bit of inexperience there, but at the same time, probably not a bad decision to make. Be criticised for things like that sometimes.
Matt Dorber seems to be next cab off the ranks for Adelaide City. And possibly a triple change for Adelaide United.
And that bench looking very young indeed.
Costanzo once again on a dead ball, putting it high. Sheshko captures, but Tom Brinkworth has spotted an infringement. Yeah. Looks like it'll be Mutsama Pandawana for one of them. Wasn't actually on the team sheet when I first put in my notes, so it must have been a late change to the bench. Originally I had Chris Irakosi is listed on the team sheet, but he's not in there as I've gone to double check, and it's Mutsama Pandawana. Matt Dorber's come on. And off on the far side, it is Asad Kasumovic.
Adelaide City substitution coming off number 47, Asad Kasumovic, has been replaced by number 9, Matty Dorber.
The MC here just confirming that my vision is still intact.
Even with the binoculars?
Didn't have to mention the binoculars. My eyes are perfect then.
I've got my glasses here ready to go.
really coming into the late stage of the match now. But there is, at least in an Adelaide United case, positive and negatives. It's the period where they have scored their most goals this season, but it's also the period where they've conceded their second most in this last 15 minutes of play. For Adelaide City, they've only conceded the 1 in the last 15 minutes, but scored 4, their third most of any period.
And a player with the likes of the experience of Matthew Dorber probably could not come in at a better time, really, to have an impact. Got to get the ball to him. And let's hope the delivery from the set piece will be a little bit better than what we've had so far throughout the match, should I say.
Those Adelaide United subs still in wait. City have this free kick. Delivery's in, not bad. Sheshko opting to punch it away instead. Parhas. Ollie Weston claims of him being offside, but nothing given. Karachi, I think, maybe thought about hitting it first time there. You can see him shaping up for it, but thinking better of it. Corbo, the intensity here just rising as we tick past the 80th minute. High ball in. Abachu leaves it for Ollie Weston behind him. And it's another high ball into the box. The header bouncing about until it's cleared. City in just about full control of the football at the moment. Piling on these attacks. Dorber in the box. First time ball. It was hit, I think, as a shot on goal. And that's another one hit immediately down the wing.
Done well to keep that in.
There's only really 2 other options he can go for. Thought about going himself there, did Battistella. Switching play. Stamp. Now Cooper and Dambuki. Those United subs still waiting for the ball to go out of play. It's a nice pass across the back line to Mauel Nicola. Probably had a bit of a quieter second half, as he's obviously now been moved into centre of defence. Nasiri. Well, that's completely missed there. That challenge missed, but been bailed out there by Daniel Wojcik. Here, Paul Vanis screaming out instructions of where he wants the ball exactly to go. He wants it this way.
Yeah, which makes sense. And they did try to get it there. Oh, he's done well.
Yeah, Cooper and Dambuki very, very well since coming on.
Yeah.
Certainly not an easy place to come in at centre-back after a red card against Adelaide City, so strong in attack, 17 years of age.
Hasn't really put a foot wrong, has he, since he's come on?
That's not jinxing, Ben.
No, well, yes.
Has this to do with is Adelaide City once again build force as they move upfield. That one cuts through the middle, but then cut out itself right back into Adelaide City feet. Wide by Franchisi. The first time ball, Sheshko able to capture. Again, those United subs still waiting. The ball hasn't gone out of play yet. And I think it's been about 4 minutes or so. Will it go out here?
Good hustle.
No, it won't.
Unlucky.
Will they ever get to come on? Late challenge.
Battistella. He's done well.
And now these changes will be made. Fabian Grelli, Riyad Rahidi, and Mutsama Pandawana. The 3 to come on. Alex Battistella, one of them coming off. It'll also be Sajjad Nasiri and also Liam Stamp. Battistella, Stamp, and Nasiri to make way. And on comes Grelly, Rahidi, and Mapandawana.
Adelaide United triple substitution coming
We have seen in the World Cup, Ben, that changes have to be made within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe just lucky that that's not in place at this level as of yet.
What is the punishment for that at the moment? I did see something about some interesting punishments throughout the tournament.
If you don't, if your number's called and you don't leave within 10 seconds, the player that is about to come on has to wait a minimum of a minute before they come on. So they're allowed to come on, they just have to, referee is basically, you have to wave them on instead of them coming on when they should do. Of course, all these new rules we're seeing on the large part is to reduce time wasting in the game, which is...
Yet we still get 8 minutes of injury time.
Only have to go back to the Qatar World Cup where we got 13 and 15 minutes of added time. Don't think we'll see that tonight here. That ball unable to sieve through the defence. Time running out for both sides, but Adelaide City with the man advantage have that slight edge, you would think. But that's not to say Adelaide United haven't held their own since the red cards too.
In fact, if anything, their performance has probably been better since. And that's not to be critical of anyone, but the boys have certainly responded well in that situation, in those circumstances.
No, Sheshko didn't get the right connection there. Adelaide City back with it. Wojciech Key touches it up.
And these are the moments where young players will learn more than what you can ever do in a training session.
In field to Fabian Grelly for his first few touches of the ball. That one's just too much in front of Cooper and Dambuki as he tried to make his way forward. Goes down there,
Nice
doesn't
for the ball.
Dambuki?
Did well.
Costanzo. Catano. Clipped and fouled, and a free kick.
It's almost like the kids put some numbers in the box. It's 0-0. You need to score a goal. What are you going to do? You got a free kick. Just on the cusp of your attacking third.
Parhas is the one to take it. Himself, another former Adelaide United youth player. Only played the 6 matches of senior football for them last year as he delivers this ball in. It's not a bad one, it's just over everybody.
Yeah. Interesting.
Goal kick. Slight situation with the balls for some reason on this close side. I don't know if it's that much of an issue, but...
Yeah, 0-0, there's always plenty to think about it.
There's something to keep people occupied as there's a foul there. A yellow card for Dom Costanzo, I imagine, for protestation. Will it ends all square? Just over 2 minutes left of regular time. Can't imagine too much added on, maybe 3 or 4 minutes due to a few cards and a few fouls and the substitutions as well, but imagine not the almost 8 or 9 minutes we had last night between West Adelaide and Adelaide Comets, which almost let West Adelaide back into the match with a late goal from Eduardo Castaneda.
Campbelltown game.
Yeah, that one too, of course, even more so with the 3 points then changing completely within a span of about 15 minutes. Grelly. Needs to be late drama. Adelaide United last week scored their 400th NPL goal in West Adelaide, at West Adelaide. Would be their 401st tonight if they are to get it. At this point, it would likely be a winner, but not if Adelaide City have something to say about it here from this dead. Sheshko palming it away.
Had a good night.
Grelly gets a touch, but nothing meaningful. Last minute. High ball.
Come back from
falls
offside position
over.
there.
Yeah. Well spotted by the assistant referee on the far side, Zach Britton.
It's interesting how a game can play out when you're playing against 10 players. It can either be almost a capitulation to some extent, or you find it very difficult to break them down. And in this instance, we're seeing the second one, how that's playing out. Would have expected that the experience with Adelaide City, in particular that front line, that they would have taken the advantage and capitalised on the extra player, but just haven't seen it.
You'd imagine, Ben, that for these two sides, this is probably a point gain for Adelaide City, but 3 points, a point gain for Adelaide United, but 3 points lost for Adelaide City.
Yeah.
At the two horse, if things are to stay the way they are, but if Dom Costanzo is able to put in a good ball. That's another great challenge from Cooper and Dambuki. Trying to find the overlap.
Just refresh my memory. Has he had a yellow card since he's come on?
In Dambuki?
Yeah.
No. Not from memory. All those challenges have been fairly clean and well from memory. Like you said, has helped shore up the back line since that red card. Tom Brinkworth just holding any time wasting, which almost does point to the fact that Adelaide United are probably happy to take a point.
It has seemed that way since the energy's dropped a little bit, but
ball goes back into additional time now. Ball spills to the back line. Weston spraying it to Costanzo. Has some options in the box. Costanzo looks to go himself, bending it!
Oh, wow.
And that's been the best chance of the match for either side through Dom Costanzo. But at the vital moment, unable to make it count.
That's what you expect to see from him when he cuts inside like that. Probably would have liked to have seen a bit more of that throughout the night, but would have been a cruel ending for Adelaide United had that gone in.
Sheshko. I'm sure more than happy with the clean sheet at the moment. Would be his first at senior level for Lara Sheshko. And no Ethan Cox, no Max Vartuli. Crutcher. Still time left. But a ball like that wastes time more than anything. Lazovic gets a nice touch, even though perhaps it was inadvertent. Header from Cooper and Dambuki. Vaspahas trying to act as ball boy. Thrown down by Ollie Weston. Header missed by Dorber. A bit too nonchalant, perhaps. That's a late one there. That's a poor challenge. Just the talking to, but the free kick, maybe a last chance for Adelaide City of the match, you'd have to imagine.
Their set pieces haven't amounted to much throughout the night, so it'll be interesting to see what comes of this one. Ange Costanzo, similar spot to where he took his shot.
Ange Costanzo.
Oh, my goodness me.
Do you know what?
Wow, winding back the clock there.
It's only the first time you've done it.
Wow.
So you hadn't done it before then, so you made it over 90 minutes.
Yeah. No, his dad couldn't run as fast as that. That's for sure.
It will be Dom Costanzo.
Sorry, Dom.
over this free kick. Asar Kusumovic was taking them earlier in the match, but he has since departed the field of play. So Dom Costanzo, we saw that curler just before. But can he do it from a still ball? We know he can. We've seen it before. It's whether or not he can do it again.
Get ready, Seb.
Dom Costanzo takes a deflection. Will be a corner.
And again, they still have 3 players sitting outside the box, plus a keeper.
Yeah.
Do you want to win? Go for it.
Still, they have a corner. Still a chance. But all but 2 outfielders in the box for Adelaide City. They're still committing some numbers back. All of Adelaide United in the defensive box as this corner comes in. Headed away. Edge of the area. And then the second will be booted forward as expected. Out of play. We still go on. Would be another 0-0 for Adelaide United. The same as it was here against Playford a few weeks back. This one will happy to be slowed down by the Reds.
Looked like a foul throw, that one. Interesting.
It's a header down, and then it goes up. Still pinballing to the player down, and Tom Brinkworth, yeah, he'll stop due to a head injury.
He's quite brave going for that. Did well.
For Adelaide City, just not really used the experience to their advantage, whereas Adelaide United have almost been experienced in this game by holding it out in an unfamiliar way, if that makes sense, Ben.
No, absolutely makes sense. I mean, to see a team of young players like this be able to...
So composed.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you know, that is... Unfortunately, the character building moments where you're down to 10 players, you're playing against a more experienced team, up against it, and they've responded. I take a lot out of this. Hope that they can get through these dying stages and get the point that they probably, well, they do deserve.
Yeah, that red card was for Fezo Kusumovic just after half-time. It was a second yellow. They've been without a player for about 40 minutes. More than that now as we're in additional time, which we're about 7 minutes into. Be a drop ball for Adelaide City. Parhas will be the first to touch it. Just arguments going on at how the drop ball is to go on.
No team prepared to give it up.
First time over the top, going over. He was looping, but Sheshko once again.
He will sleep well tonight in his clean sheet.
And a clean sheet is what he'll get as it ends 0-0 here at Service FM Stadium. Adelaide City unable to break down the young Reds. And youthful experience. Almost contradicting with those two words, but it's the only way to describe how the game went tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a hard-earned point there by the young lads, and sometimes a draw can feel like a loss, and I'm sure probably in Adelaide City's instance, probably, but they just didn't do enough other than the Dom Costanzo opportunity there to really break that deadlock. Certainly a draw, fair result at the end of the day.
Your player of the match, or a player that stood out to you tonight, Ben?
The young lad that came on. I'd have to look at your list.
Cooper Ndambuki.
For me, massive stake claim there with the 40 minutes that he played when he came on.
Only his third game
Unbelievable.
of senior football.
I thought he was outstanding when he came on, and you know, had he not done the job that he did, it could have been a different result. So I think full credit to the young lad. I mean, there was a lot of the young boys did incredibly well. Battistella, I thought as well, was good. Stan was good. But for me, you know, the job that he did when he came on, where the game is there to be lost potentially. fantastic.
Adelaide United with a game back here against Adelaide Comets next Saturday at 3 p.m. Adelaide City at home as well, and a big one against Metro Stars. That one next Saturday, 7 p.m. kickoff as well. And of course, don't forget this Wednesday night, the second Australia Cup qualifying final, the all NPL matchup between West Torrens Berkala and FK Beograd in a few days' time. You'll be with me and Mark Talbot there for that night. But from us here, Ben.
And of course, the big game, Haiti versus Scotland. Is there another game?
I'm not sure. You might have to jog my memory. No, of course, a big day for Australian football tomorrow. Do make sure you watch that game against Turkey at 1:30 p.m. Perfect time, a greater time I think we'll ever get at a major tournament.
Or you could go to a first birthday party. It's up to you. see what you can do. Or you can do both.
Choose wisely. But from us here, it's been lovely to have you alongside me, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I've been Sebo Neal. Full-time score here at Service FM Stadium. Adelaide United 0, Adelaide City 0.